Arizona Cards Cast, 8/25/2002, Thursday. Weekend's almost here. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so our first subject today we are going to talk about is the expectations of the game at the Titans. And you know what? I'm going to make this short and sweet, guys, even though this is our number one segment for the show. There really isn't too much expectations I have at this point. I think we are all ready for the season. Obviously, we know that none of the main players are going to play. None of the stars are going to play. Hopkins is not going to play. Murray's not going to play. James Conner is not going to play. J.J. Watt, we already knew, is not going to play. It is pretty much just, let's just, get the kinks out, run some plays, let Kyler Murray put on the headset and call some more plays. I guess we'll see what Andy Isabella, Benjamin. There are some players on both sides of the ball that I guess we can kind of take another look at for those diehards like myself. However, to the casual Cardinals fan, this game at the Titans is going to be about as meaningful as a poopy flavored lollipop, as Rip Torn and Dodgeball would say. Yeah. Okay, here's the big question. All right, there's going to be 5 wide receivers that for sure make this roster. Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green, Rondell Moore, and Antoine Wesley when he gets healthy. So is there going to be 7 wide receivers on the roster? Probably not. It's probably going to be 6 with likely, 4 tight ends and 4 running backs. Most likely. Now, could be surprised and both these guys make the roster, but I think one of these two, either Greg Dortch or Andy Isabella, is going to get cut after the game on Saturday. So, who do we want to keep? Andy Isabella or Greg Dortch? Maybe I'm in the minority here. And I always hear Cardinals fans like, trade Andy Isabella. You know what? Andy Isabella wouldn't even get a bag of Southwest Airlines trail mix back. I'm just being honest. Andy Isabella is not getting anything back. Trying to make Andy Isabella work in Arizona at this point to me is like trying to, to stir fry with your hands, not having any utensils. Good luck. It'll probably burn yourself. It's going to hurt. Not recommended. I would say to probably cut Andy Isabella, you're not even going to get a 7th round pick or a conditional draft pick. Nobody's going to give you, as I said, a bag of Southwest Airlines trail mix or a bag of Planters peanuts. You're not getting any of that. You're not getting nothing for Andy Isabella. Relax. You're not getting anything for him. So just cut your ties, realize he's a bust, realize that you screwed up on that pick there, Steve Keim, and just move on. Hey, Kyler Murray, Byron Murphy hit your first 2 picks in 2019. The rest of the draft, Zach Allen he's okay when he's healthy. The rest of the 2019 draft after your first 2 picks was kind of a miss. Dortch has shown me a lot last season. Remember, he had a pretty decent game. Actually made a couple of impact plays against the Cowboys last season in the only game the Cardinals won at the end of the season. I am going with Dortch over Isabella. You want to know what's really bad when you know you made a big mistake? When your baseball team's 11 games under 500 in late August, and kind of toiling towards, wouldn't call it a lost season. The D-backs are much improved this year. But kind of, at this point, there's 6 weeks left in the baseball season. You're just playing out the strain, letting the kids get some work in. And your highest paid player is getting pushed back for a start. Pretty much getting, I wouldn't call it demoted, but kind of put in timeout. And this is when you say that, this is when, Paul Goldschmidt comes and is just a wrecking ball over the weekend in a 3-game sweep, almost him and Nolan Arenado. Sorry, babe, to bring that up. Single-handedly slaughtering the D-backs over the weekend. Madison Bumgarner in that second game, giving up 6 runs. If I recall, I think it was 6 runs. Yeah, in a game that the D-backs lost 16-7. Pretty much, what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of over Madison Bumgarner. He has no value. You're probably stuck with him, and you still owe him over $40 million the next 2 years. So he's not going to get, cut at all. He's not going to get designated for assignment. You're kind of stuck with him, but man, oh man, just, for a guy that was a legend with the San Francisco Giants and a borderline Hall of Famer, what a bust he's been in Arizona. He's actually been, if you look at it, because pitching's been so dominant this year. I mean, the D-backs have 2 of the best starters in the National League this year, and Madison Bumgarner is arguably probably one of the 5 worst starters in the National League. He's been getting lit up every time he's out there. He's just grumpy. You know, somebody actually has one good start he has. A guy hits a home run off him, you know, and kind of struts himself around the bases, you know, for a terrible Nationals team in Madison Bumgarner. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Just stop being such a grouch. You know, nobody in Diamondbacks, you know, the 7 Diamondbacks fans out there like you. And I think that it is just a marriage that is ending towards a divorce. Unfortunately, sooner than later, you know, if you could find some stupid team, maybe ask the Angels because they do stupid stuff if they want Madison Bumgarner. Maybe they'll trade a Shohei Ohtani for Madison Bumgarner because the Angels are stupid. I don't know. All right, I have the help from the magical Steph. She is back to help. I know that some of you guys like Steph being part of this program. Say hi, Steph.
Hello, out there.
Yes, so this segment today is Kyler or. So you're going to ask me some questions. Go ahead and fire them away, you know.
I will say that not having Patrick Mahomes on this list just makes me think you're a little scared, but that's fine.
Well, that's a stupid question. Nobody's
going to
say in their right mind. Nobody's going to say in their right mind. I'd rather have Kyler Murray over Patrick Mahomes.
Do you not believe in Kyler? Do you not believe in him?
It's not that. It's that only delusional Cardinal fans who sip the Cardinals Kool-Aid and it's got like Cardinals pom-poms on their Twitter who never says anything negative ever about the Cardinals. Actually, it's like.
Would you pick Patrick Mahomes over Kyler?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not even that's a dumb question. That's why it's not even on the list. That's why we didn't even put it on the list.
I'm just bringing that up.
You were talking with me when we were making this list. I'm like.
I know.
Oh God. All right. Anyways, go ahead.
All right. Okay. Kyler or Dak Prescott?
Kyler or Dak Prescott? I'm taking Kyler on that one. I think Dak Prescott is slightly overrated because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dak is a good leader, but very limited in his ability. I think Kyler Murray is the proper choice.
Okay. Kyler or Derek Carr?
That one's close. I'm going to take Kyler, but I will say I think Derek Carr I think he proved it last year. Derek Carr is a very underrated, kind of the opposite. He's the opposite of Dak Prescott. Everybody's like, oh, Derek Carr. Ask Tom Brady what he thinks of Derek Carr. Tom Brady, yeah, there's some. It's pretty funny, actually, I must say. Anyways, yes. Kyler, but slightly.
Okay. Kyler or Lamar Jackson?
So remember you asked me this question a couple days ago, and I said the next 5 years, I'd rather take Kyler Murray. And this question is, of course, right now, Lamar Jackson, unfortunately. I think Lamar Jackson right now is the better quarterback, but I think
you think he'll slow
over the
down?
next couple years, over the next couple years, I think Kyler Murray is going to keep ascending.
You think being a mobile quarterback, as mobile as Lamar is going to slow him down?
Well, it already did last year. You know, he is pretty healthy, and I know he takes care of his body and is committed as any quarterback in the league. But last year was what we were afraid with Lamar Jackson. He was eventually going to start getting dinged up, and I could see that moving forward. But I still would take Lamar over Kyler.
Okay. All right, Kyler or Kirk Cousins?
Kyler Murray.
Pretty sure that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert? Okay. You know, Charger fans hate me. You know that. Because I talk so much crap about Justin Herbert because it's like, Justin Herbert, he's the guy that's the 5th best quarterback in the NFL. I'm like, make the playoffs, Justin Herbert. That being said, Justin Herbert is better than Kyler Murray and probably will be, but you never know. Kyler Murray has the potential to be better than Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert's overrated, but I still think he's better than Kyler Murray, so Justin Herbert.
Okay. Kyler or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones? Mac Jones! Mac and cheese. It's got to be Kyler. I know actually there's a lot of people in the Northeast like Mac Jones, he's the new Tom Brady. I don't even know. That's a terrible Boston accent.
That was not even close.
Wait. They cut the wicked chowder. He did it. Never mind.
You're making it Cartman. Everything's Cartman. I'm just saying.
Yes. All right. Yes. Kyler Murray.
Okay. Kyler or Deshaun Watson?
That's a good question.
If it was Deshaun Watson before all the issues, then absolutely, right?
Probably different question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson right now, I'll say Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray probably stays away from the massage parlors, I'll say. Anyways,
As far as we know.
as far as we know, as far as we this is a really tough one. I'm going to go with Kyler. I do think that is a tough one, but Deshaun Watson, by the time he plays football, it would have been almost 2 years. I think at this moment, you got to go with Kyler Murray. Like, we've seen more from Kyler Murray right now than Deshaun Watson. I don't know what I'm getting, when Deshaun Watson comes back, outside of a lot of booze and angry women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last but surely not least,
Okay.
Kyler or Jimmy Garoppolo?
That's a stupid question.
It's an awesome question.
End of the game, we have 2 more divisions. Now we have the NFC South. We're going to predict the NFC South. And this shall be fun, I must say. Anyway, so we got the Bucks, we got the Saints, we got the Panthers, we got the Falcons. Let's first talk about the Bucks. And let's just say that God loves Tom Brady. I think they have a brutal schedule. I think they're going to struggle. I don't think they're quite as dynamic on both sides of the football, especially on the front, the offensive line and the defensive line, which when they won the Super Bowl was dominant, just blocking people and tackling people and all that good stuff. Plus, Tom Brady's 45 years old. How committed is he? He's always been hyper committed, but in the middle of training camp, he just kind of disappears, goes home, trying to work things out with his wife, Kudos to that, family first. But I think the Bucs are going to be extremely distracted. But I also think that this is a pretty bad division, so I think the Bucs go 10-7. I think they they'll win. They'll probably go like 5-1 in the division. I actually think they'll get a game from the Saints this year. I'll say they split with the Saints. 10-7. I think the Bucs will still win the division, still make the playoffs, but I do not think the Bucs are a Super Bowl contender this year. How about that? Hot takes. Number 2, the Saints, 8-9. Guess what? Jameis Winston's already hurt. I know they got Andy Dalton. Oh my gosh, Andy Dalton's going to save the day. No, he's not. No Sean Payton. They went 9-8 last year with Sean Payton. I think Dennis Allen, hype him down 2 wins. They're going down to 7-10. I think the Saints are going to be pretty mediocre this year. They do have some talent, but, if you don't have a quarterback in this league, you're kind of screwed. I don't think the Saints do. The Panthers, 6-11. You know what? I'm giving them the Baker bump, even though Baker Mayfield is not going to lead in the playoffs. But I actually think the Panthers, I might even flip them and say the Panthers get second place due to tiebreakers. No, actually, we'll keep the Saints because I think the Saints will get one from the Bucs. And the Panthers, I say, lose 2 to the Bucs. But I do think that the Panthers will be, the last couple of years, actually, the Panthers have done well early in the year and then have flamed off. It's been kind of a thing where, they over the last several years, the Panthers, good first half, horrific second half. That happened last year. Remember, the Panthers started 3-0 before they went 2-12. Matt Rule's on the hot seat. I don't know if he saves his job, but I do think the Panthers, they actually have a sneaky good defense, and now Baker Mayfield. I think the Panthers will be a pretty competitive team. I might even be underselling them a little bit, but I'm going to go with 7-10. I think that Baker Mayfield makes them a little bit better, but not quite playoff contender status. And lastly, the Falcons, come on. You got Mr. Marcus Mariota. The Falcons are in total rebuild, 5-12. We're going to put them down to 4-13. As I said, I think the bottom of the NFC is going to be bad. Very, very bad, as a lamb would say. So I'm going to take the Falcons at 4-13. There isn't much to say. They're a rebuilding team. They probably have one of the least talented rosters in the league. Mariota, they might upset a team or two, but really overall, yeah, the Falcons are going to be one of the worst teams in the league. I think just about everyone can agree with that. So follow me on Twitter, @StuDrew. I appreciate it. We're going to see you tomorrow. We got good stuff tomorrow. College football picks. Boom, let's do it. Bye.